This person is very, very special. They're very, very strong. And I know they are. They put a lot into everything that they do. They're kind of like me in a way. And it really hurts me to see them falter and to not use their full potential. There's always room for improvement. For some people, there's a lot of room for improvement. I think with this person, there's a lot of room for improvement. Not because they're messing up super bad, but because they're able to improve so freaking much. And I can see that in them. This person is very intelligent. I've talked to them. He is really, really insightful. I know he has a lot of deep, intricate thoughts inside of his head, much like I do. But he's just lacking the discipline that I've accumulated over my years. And I think he's missing that discipline. He's incredibly high in potential. He has a lot of opportunity, but he's throwing it away to take the easy road and to be static and stationary. And the idea is not to be static. You want to be moving. If you don't know where to go, if you don't know what to do in life, you just need to start moving. Just take some direction, take some action. Imagine if you just put some of that time into something that was meaningful, that compounds so much when you're younger. Like, so much more. If you start going to the gym when you're 50, like, it's not going to really do much. Like, yeah, it's sick because you're 50 and, you're going to the gym. Like, that's sick. But imagine if you start when you're, like, 12. Like, that's kind of radical. But you know what I mean? Where when you're younger, these skills compound so much more because your brain's still developing. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit harder to kind of internalize some of these skills. But when you're young, even like 15, 16, 17, 18, even like I'm 21, this is prime time for me to get the skills that I need, especially when I'm going on summer break. This is important. This is crunch time for me, and it's crunch time for you guys too. I want you guys to be able to actually put in the work in these skills where you think, "Oh, I got time, I got time." Now is the time. You might have time later on. It's not going to compound nearly as much as if you start now. I want you guys to start now. It's not that he doesn't care. He's just kind of numbed to the feeling now, where he's been waiting for so long. And if you're waiting for so many on years and you just do the same thing every day, we're creatures of habit. That's why we like routines. Humans like to do the same thing over and over and over again. If you're consistently doing the same routine, that's why we like routines. We like patterns. Our brain is literally cognitively wired to like patterns where we do the same thing, like kind of a wake up routine where you wake up, shower, brush your teeth, eat breakfast, go to school. We like having that consistency. And a lot of people do this because it's easier than facing life itself. And that kind of gets into a lot of the depression. And I've been there. 2020 obviously was a horrible time for all of us. This year, these last few months, not to get in there and make it about myself, but believe me, I get it. A lot of nights this season was, I don't want to go to sleep yet because I don't want to face the next day. And I totally get that. That's something I still struggle with every day. But again, it's about being able to break that numbness, break that cycle of doing the same thing over and over and over again. That bad habit, if you've been doing the same bad habit for 20, 25 years, 15, 20, 25 years, it's going to be so difficult to break. That's why drug addicts, when they've been somebody that's been doing weed or drinking for 40 years, it's almost impossible for them to quit. Or if especially smoking cigarettes, if somebody's been doing that for 40, 50, 60 years, do you really think they're going to stop after 60 straight years of smoking cigarettes, even if they're on 70, 80 years old? You know how many old people you see smoking cigarettes? It's because they've been doing it for 80 freaking years, or however many years. Hopefully not. But that's how bad habits form. And it's very easy to form bad habits, obviously, with things like drugs and alcohol and sex and weed and all of this kind of sinful behavior. It's very easy to fall into those bad habits and stay with them because they're addicting behaviors. Addicting behaviors lead to repetition. Repetition leads to bad habits. Bad habits leads to years and years and years solidifying that bad habit. And it literally goes into your head. Neurons at your pathways are firing over and over and over again. That pattern of pathways where your neurons go, this one, this neuron plus this neuron plus this neuron equals smoking weed or playing video games. Okay. Do it again the next day. Boom, 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 video games. Okay, next day. Boom, 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 video games. Next day. Boom, 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 video games. And it goes on and on and on for years. And it's so hard. It's literally an addiction. It's how your brain is wired to crave this dopamine and this habit. What's good though is that it actually goes in the opposite direction. So this is the same thing for good habits. For example, me, I've been going to the gym for about 3 years now, a little over, a little under, and it is second nature to me. I literally go to the gym every day. It is a part of my day. Doesn't hurt me. I mean, physically it's kind of painful sometimes, but in a good way. But it doesn't hurt my brain to go to the gym. Like, I'm not fighting the urge to not go to the gym. Sometimes if I'm, in a bad mood or whatever, but on the average day, I'm just going to the gym. It's just part of my day. My neurons have fired so often these past 3 years where it goes boom, boom, boom. This means gym. Boom, 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 boom. And for 3 years, every single day, barring a couple rest days, because you need those obviously, but every single day, my brain's going boom, 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 gym, boom, 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 gym. And now it's just wired in my head. It's second nature. Same thing with muscle memory, if you've heard of that, where you don't have to think how do I write down my name? Your hand just kind of does it. It's a similar thing where you've done it so many times, and that's how habits are born. Bad habits and good habits. This isn't just something that your parents tell you. It's something that's much more important on a deeper level because it's habits. Your school is extremely important, where not only does it influence your future, it also influences your mind and how you think about yourself. If you are failing all of your classes, and you look at your Canvas page, you look at your Google Classroom, or whatever the kids use nowadays, you see 6 Fs. You're going to start identifying yourself as a failing student, like a degenerate, like an idiot, like a low IQ person. You're going to look at your grades and go, yeah, that's me. It's self-destructive behavior to look at a screen that defines you and says F, 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 F. You look at that and you go, I'm an F student. So then you do F student behaviors. It gets to a point where once you identify yourself as an F student, you're going to start doing bad habits as an F student, like horrible things like smoking weed or sex, drugs, alcohol, video games excessively. And if you look down and you saw A's, you'd say, oh, I'm an A student. And you wouldn't tend to do as much of that. There's been studies on it. It's ubiquitous. I promise you, get A's, you're going to be an A student. You're going to act like an A student. Get F's, you're going to act like an F student. So one thing that my parents actually taught me, and that I didn't realize until I moved into my dorm, is that your environment literally is how your mind is organized. So let me explain a little bit. My room is extremely neat, and it's because I need to get work done. If my room is a mess, if I've got clothes on the linoleum, if I've got a dirty towel on my bed, if I've got stuff strewn across my desk because I was playing video games earlier, and then I have to sit down and do homework, or I have to study, something that takes a lot of my brain energy, my room is a mess. My mind is going to be a mess. And this is, again, something that you guys have probably heard before, but it's extremely, extremely important. I will not do any work until my workspace is cleaned. I don't care what's on my desk. I want everything to be boom, boom, boom. I want everything super organized, 90-degree angles. Everything must be clean. And a lot of you guys struggle with getting going. Like I said, if you don't know what to do, where to go, you got to just take a step. Any step. I don't even care. It's got to be any step. And that first step should be to clean your room. I don't care. I had a messy room when I was in high school. Yes, it was a mistake. Yes, I've learned from it. I need you to internalize this idea of cleaning your room gives you that momentum to get going. I could be in my bed and I know, I've got this legals test I got to study for tomorrow. I got to do this. I got to do that. I don't really want to do that. I just want to stay stationary. I want to stay static. Just do something. That something literally could be just standing up out of bed. That's fine. Open a window. Actually, I'm gonna open my window right now. See if the lighting gets a little bit better. What I'm talking about is literally opening a window, letting sunlight in. Super, super important. That's something that you can do in your room literally right now. Literally makes you more productive instantly. And maybe it's not that great of a view. I've got the parking lot outside my window, yeah. But it's sunlight. It's 3:48 p.m. It's great. I don't care. It's just light. You got to turn lights on in your room. I've seen too many guys' rooms with just darkness. All the lights are off. Maybe, they've got like the LEDs like I got, or the windows closed. It's just kind of dark and gloomy. The sunlight just wakes you up, gets you in a better mood, gets you more productive. And that's really what the first step should be. Even before cleaning your room. Don't even worry about cleaning your room. Don't even do the laundry, dude. Open a window. Step 1. Or get out of bed. I'm going to say step 1, open a freaking window, dude. Just let the sunlight in. It gets you the momentum to get going, and your body will literally do the rest. Okay? The reason why we like video games so much, the reason I like video games so much, especially Pokemon. I'm a huge Pokemon fan. I can't wait for Legends ZA to come out. That's going to be a blast. But I love Pokemon because there's a leveling system. There's a type of thing where, obviously, Pokemon to some extent if you're watching this video, where you start at level 1, and then you train, you get up to level 2, and the little blue sparks go, ooh, awesome. And the bar goes up, 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 up. You see level 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 16, you evolve. It's like, oh my gosh. But it doesn't really have that same effect when you're in real life, where, you study for school, and you don't see a progress bar. There's no kind of experience bar or progress that you can visibly see. Whereas in things like Pokemon or role-playing games or like RPGs, JRPGs, whatever, there's a leveling system and there's skills. So like if you've ever played Elden Ring, there's like your faith skill, your intelligence, your strength, whatever, like agility and stuff like that. And you're kind of able to level those up. And there's a dopamine effect where, you level up your agility and you go, ooh, it just leveled up to level 3, level 4. And that's kind of why, at least I know I get addicted to those kind of games, especially, like I said, Pokemon, where the leveling system is it just gets there for me. I don't know, but I recognize it. So I can make these videos and kind of tell you guys how to avoid it or take advantage of it in your own life and apply it to real life. So that's why we like video games in that progression system. But we got to try to find a way to bring that into real life. So games have structure. They have your quest line. So like you have your side quests, you have, take 5 apples to marry, kill 5 goblins at this place. And it's so easy for us to go, oh, I'm going to go find 5 apples. Even if it's like a stupid task. Like, I don't even know. Think of any side quest you've done in a game. And think of how stupid it is. Like, go pick 5 flowers for Zelda. It's like, why are we doing this? It's because it's a little bar that you get to see, oh, pick 1 flower, pick 2 flowers. You're literally picking flowers in a virtual video game, but it's fun for some reason. Like, why is that? Like, isn't that crazy? School and the gym and all these more productive things don't really have that same quest line. They don't have the same, oh, learn 1 chord on guitar. It's like, check. It's like, no, you're just kind of playing guitar. There's no virtual, like, augmented reality, like some Sword Art Online thing. That'd be sick. But the trick is to kind of identify yourself more with that structure. Try to get that structure into real life. Take it away from the game. Pick 5 flowers and make it more along the lines of, say, write 2 pages of your essay. And like, you can literally, on my computer, I have checkboxes exactly like that. It looks like a video game on my computer. I'm freaking addicted. But I can make it more to school. So I have a little Google Chrome extension where it shows a little checkbox and it says, write 2 pages of your internship essay. And it's like, all I have to do is that. That's the side quest. And when I go about my day, literally every time I open up a new tab, click, new tab, bottom right, today. Legals, revised discussion post 1, due ASAP. Like, just a little checkbox on it. So I actually finished that today. Boom, check mark, and it crosses it off. It's that simple. Gamify it. Games have that structure, it has that progression line. School doesn't really have that. So bring that into school. Now, the whole idea behind this kind of gamifying life sounds a little bit nerdy. You might be embarrassed by it. Literally don't care. Okay? You don't have to act like a neurotic idiot and be like, oh, I'm gonna go do this side quest in my life. It's like, you don't have to act like that, but you can think about it like that. I think about it every day like that, and I've gotten so much done. I've got a little whiteboard here that I write little messages on. I do little check boxes. But everything like that too. Just little check boxes. I love check boxes. And I guarantee you guys, if you guys get into this whole thing with this self-improvement and this gym type of behavior, and you start doing these check boxes, because that's what we like as gamers. We like these little check boxes. We like checking off the boxes and saying, oh, we did this, we completed this, we completed this. We're extremely organized people. It's not that I'm organized by design. I don't think God made me to be an organized person, but I love video games because they're organized. Where, like my Pokédex, where I have a living shiny dex of Gen 1. I loved checking off, I need Pikachu, I need Eevee, I need Caterpie, I need Charizard, and I click them all off, and that activates that dopamine in me. When you turn off the switch, all of your strength and agility just disappears. But in real life, when you're working on your own strength and agility, it will not disappear. Doesn't matter when you leave your room, you still have your strength. Think about that. With the press of a button, I can take away every one of your stats that you've been grinding for like that. But to take away my stats, you would literally have to kill me. Let's be real, that's impossible. But think about that for a little bit. A press of a button, all of your stats you've been grinding for are gone. Think about how many hours you put into all these games. You cannot take away my stats. You will literally have to kill me. Whereas I can just press a button and all your stuff is gone. It's that simple. Obviously, I've played a lot of hours of video games in my life. Thousands. Many, many thousands of hours. And I've gotten a lot of great achievements for this. For example, number 3 Rhode Island. I've won money. I've won tournaments. I've done a lot. I've met so many great people playing video games across New England, down into Florida, into California, Georgia, across the US. I've met people from France, from Wales, from everywhere around the world through video games. Now, it is super cool to be super good at these games and to get to travel around New England and meet people. But it's not impressive if I'm a freaking loser. Okay? If I was fat, overweight, smelly, homeless, I was cracked at Smash Bros, dude, nobody cares. Get your life in order first. If you are a gross human being and have nothing going for you, but I'm super good at Valorant, nobody cares, dude. You're walking down the street, nobody knows you're good at Valorant. Nobody knows you're good at League. Who cares? Nobody, bro. But when you walk down the street and you're massive, you got a lat spread like a freaking kite. People look at that and go, "Damn, dude! Like you got it. Good job, dude." Oh, you're good at Valorant too? Oh, even better. But people only kind of see what's on the outside. And that's not to say prioritize what's outside. Like, obviously, be a good person. Somebody compliments you and you go, screw you, dude. Like, that's a crap person. But nobody knows that you're good at Valorant. Prioritize what people actually care about. Prioritize what you actually care about too. You don't care about being good at Valorant before being good as a person. You have to have a good personality, good exterior, good interior, and you can also be good at Valorant. But prioritize what's inside of you that's removed from video games first. So this is the biggest piece of advice for me. And I say for me because if I was talking to younger me, this is definitely the most important. This is what has made me break down in tears more times than I can count, day in, day out. And I want you to ask yourself, would younger me be proud of me today? If the answer is anything short of an absolute frick yes, you should feel absolutely ashamed of yourself. You are the only person that is in charge of yourself. Not your parents, not your girlfriend, not your friends. Everything that has happened to you is completely your responsibility. And I'm not talking about external circumstances where, oh, you get fired from your job or you get laid off, or the teacher gives you a bad question, you just kind of get screwed on it. You're still in control. Your older self isn't going to look at you and go, oh yeah, it's your fault for getting let go. It's like, no. It's your fault for how you react. Everybody knows that. But it's also your fault for how you turn out as a person. Imagine what's in your control, right? How you react to things, what you say, what you do, what you think, what you feel to an extent. Things that are out of your control, things that are being put onto you. Like, let's say you get into a car crash that wasn't your fault, out of your control. Nobody's going to fault you for that. Your older self is going to look at you and go, you're a freaking loser for that, dude. Like, no. But you are a loser if you get into a car crash. Don't ever do anything about it. Like, never make the money again to buy a new car. You just kind of, I don't have a car now. Oh, this stinks. Like, I'm going to lay in bed and be depressed forever. For like months at a time, people will be depressed and lay in their bed because something bad happens to them. Let's say your girlfriend breaks up with you, or you break up with your girlfriend. You're going to sit in bed for months and just think and maul and sob and, oh, I'm so sad, I'm so lonely. You are in control of everything that you do every single day of your life. It is all up to you. And I want you to think, would my older self, I'm 21 right now, right? Would 30-year-old Shanzo look back at what I'm doing today and go, damn right, Shanzo, you got it, boy. If he's saying anything less than that, I'm failing, and I should switch up exactly what I'm doing. I would absolutely be amiss if 30-year-old me looked back and said anything less than hell yeah. Think about that truly, and be honest with yourself. How would your older self react if he looked at you right now and saw everything that you're thinking, doing, feeling, experiencing? Is he disappointed or is he proud? Think about it. Just like a game, just like a competitive game where you're picking your character, people will pick a low tier. I'm not even going to use a character because I don't want anybody to think I'm calling them out. But people will pick the worst character in any game. I'm not going to use Smash. I'm not going to say anything. People will pick the worst character in the game and then go, it's the worst character, you didn't outplay me. You out tiered me or whatever. It's like, bro, you chose that character. You have control of everything in your life. The character you choose, the tools that you have. In life, it's different. I don't mean the tools as in your circumstances. I mean the tools as in the choices that you make. If I have the choice between I have $50. If I want to spend that $50 on this fancy restaurant and just blow my money away, or do I spend that $50 on a new camera for my setup that will compound interest for me? If you choose the dinner and then go, oh, I don't have any money because, that's just how it is. Just, you chose a better thing than me. It's like, dude, you can't complain about that ever. You chose exactly how to spend your time, your money, and your experience. No Johns. Ever. So to wrap this up, life isn't a video game. You can make it like a video game, gamify it, and that will benefit you in the long run, but there's no respawns in real life. You've got one life. You will never get back the second that you just passed. When you started this video, you will never get back to that time 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago. The second that just passed from me saying that, I will never get back to. Boom, wait a second, I will never get back to that second. It's a weird thought, but think about that too. And you can play video games. Again, this whole channel is about me loving video games, but loving other things too that are even more fruitful for your life. And it's about priority. You can be good at games, but I want you to be great at life because you can be. It's inside of you. You have the potential. You have the discipline. I just need you to activate it. Just pull it out from inside of you. Think about what your future self would think of you right now. If he sees you putting off school, putting off doing things that are actually important for you and your body and your life down the line, if he's looking at you and going, oh, I really wish I did that, you should be incredibly disappointed with yourself. And that's not me trying to dismay you or trying to put you down. That's how I treat myself. I wouldn't ask of you guys anything that I wouldn't ask of myself. And I just need you to choose your legacy, your life, your future self. Do it for him. Not for your dad, not for your mom, not for your brother, not for your friends, family, anything, sister, mother, brother. Don't do it for them. Do it for yourself. Do it for your older self, especially. That's where I found most of my success. Okay? Cheers.